Today, we're going to see if we can get the Los Angeles Lakers another championship before LeBron James rides off into the sunset. I'm going to be trying it with 3 different scenarios in order to see what the Lakers' best strategy is according to Hoopland. And if you guys like these types of rebuilds, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. So I have simulated to the end of the first round in Hoopland here. We did get eliminated. It's not exactly accurate, but we got eliminated by the Thunder in 6. And now we are moving on to the offseason. So according to Hoopland, it's going to say right there, breaking news, LeBron James announces retirement at the end of this upcoming season. So LeBron James and D'Angelo Russell have exercised their option to stay with the team. Cam Reddish, Jackson Hayes, and Christian Wood have declined. So we know we have a little bit of cap room. According to our odds with the draft, we are going to be probably, somewhere in the high teens. But under the first scenario, it is not a matter of, drafting great players and building through there. No, it's not about that. It is about acquiring superstar talent. But if you guys are NBA fans, you know the #1 star, the #1 talked about destination for a certain guard, and it's Los Angeles. So in order to make this trade happen, I'm trying to be somewhat realistic, and clearly we're only playing 1 season. So Rui Hachimura, D'Angelo Russell, and not this first round pick. So we're actually gonna be able to draft somebody in this draft, but the year after that, and then the year after that. So when LeBron James is well and gone, and Anthony Davis probably isn't even part of the team anymore, that's the picks they want. Trae Young and Trent Forrest for salary cap. Gets it done. Trae Young to the Los Angeles Lakers. Rui Hachimura is going to be an Atlanta Hawk, and that's happening before the draft. And you know what? Reed Shepherd's on the board. He's a very pro-ready player, so we'll go ahead and take him just outside the lottery, and then we pick at 49. And at pick 47, we're going to take Alex Karaban from the UConn Huskies. So 2 pro-ready players for the Lakers. We're going to sign them both. I don't think they'll end up playing it all for us. Probably a good thing if that's the case. Christian Wood is not coming back. Cam Reddish doesn't want a lot of money, so we'll go ahead and offer him 10 mil over 3 with a team option. I don't know if he'll accept that. Torian Prince, I'm not interested. Even if he wanted less, I wouldn't give it to him. Spencer Dinwiddie, that experiment did not work. And Max Christie doesn't want a lot. 3 years, 9 mil team option. As far as other free agents that we could sign, we're only really interested in somewhat cheaper available players. So Cam Reddish still not signing. Andre Drummond is in free agency. He's getting a ton of offers. He's getting a lot of offers. I don't really know if I want to pay for that. Contavious Caldwell-Pope, same thing for him. That would definitely be a really good piece for us to add to our bench. Bringing in Trae Young, we need those types of players to surround him in order to make him a good player overall. As Derrick Jones Jr. is somebody I'm definitely interested. Maybe 14 mil over 3. Gabe Vincent in 2 seconds for Robert Williams. I'm going to go for it. I don't know how realistic that trade is. Clearly, Gabe Vincent doesn't have a lot of value. We get a backup center that can play good minutes for us in the playoffs. And then we just need to bring in some sort of scrappy guard that can play the 1, maybe a little bit of the 2. Jose Alvarado fits the bill damn near perfectly, but if we could do somebody a little bit better. I think Chris Dunn played really well towards the tail end of the season. He wants to play for a contender. That is us, apparently, to him. Isaiah Joe's also here. He's cheaper. Isaiah Joe's coming in, and he's going to put up big points for us off the bench. Okay, the minutes I'm a little bit hesitant on. Robert Williams at the 5 spot could be an issue. LeBron James going to play the 3. Trae Young, you can see it right there. And then Isaiah Joe going to be kind of our 6th man. Reed Shepherd's getting more minutes than Jalen Hood-Schifino. I liked it until I didn't, and now we're going to swap it because Reed Shepherd's just not going to play his rookie year. That puts us at 15th overall offense, 10th overall defense. We're just going to go to the All-Star break, and if this team is doing terrible, we're going to go ahead and put Derrick Jones Jr. in the starting lineup. AD will go back, and Time Lord will go to the bench. All right, we are at the All-Star break, and we are 42-16. Holy shit, we are 3 games ahead of the next best team. How many? Okay, we have their staff, and then Trae Young, LeBron, and AD all voted in for All-Star games. Holy shit, that's insane. Trae Young, 27, 4, and 10 so far. Austin Reeves, 16, 4, and 6. LeBron, 24, 6, and 9. AD, 24, 10, and 4. Gonna be 56 and 26. That's gotta be good for the best team in the West. It is. We're tied for the best record overall. As we take on the Pelicans, Game 6, it's over. 4-point win for the boys, and we're moving on to the second round as we take on Minnesota now. Anthony Edwards, 28 points per game. Our offense is better. Let's show what we're made of. We lose by 30 points. Robert Williams puts up a stinker. We tie it back up, and we gentlemen sweep Anthony Edwards. He puts up 42 points. It's not enough. LeBron, 30. Trae Young 29, and we're moving on to the Western Conference Finals against the Memphis Grizzlies. Ja Morant and Marcus Smart are both slightly injured for 2 games. They have Gigi Jackson starting at the 3, Andre Drummond at the 5. Show me something good. It's a gentleman's sweep again. Trae Young taking him down, 22 points. LeBron 34 and 10. It's the number 1 team out east versus the number 1 team out west. Game 1 in Cleveland is a win for them. Game 2 in Cleveland. It's tied up. Oh my God, what a crazy dominating win for us. We're in LA. It's a 2-1 series. Win by 10 points. We're in LA for game number 4. It's another win. And with Trae Young, the Los Angeles I was about to intro it. I'm gonna go coach mode. We're gonna go live sim here in LA. I'm not hopping into it and playing, but I might hop into it just to watch. Austin Reeves, Donovan Mitchell, pick and roll at the top of the key. Austin Reeves gets blocked, not fouled, and this is about to be a disgusting dunk. Yep, Donovan Mitchell slams it. He's got 43 points. Holy shit. Donovan Mitchell trying to sauce up Austin Reeves. Anthony Davis cannot contest Evan Mobley. Trae Young's trying to take over. Pull that pick and roll. He gets blocked again. What is going on? It gets blocked again. What is happening? Evan Mobley is just an absolute defensive menace. Pushing the pace. Austin Reeves down low to AD. He gets the slam dunk. It's a 3-point game. Pick and roll at the top of the key. Trae Young all over it. The step back. He doesn't decide to shoot it. Jarrett Allen shoots the midi. It gets blocked by Time Lord. 12 seconds left. Are we going to have enough time? They're not going to foul. Craig Porter Jr. shoots the midi. It's off. LeBron James in transition. Do they know they need a 3? Does the CPU understand that? LeBron James, spin move, 3-pointer, it's up, it's off, and they go for the slam. It doesn't count. Cleveland wins that game. And what's the record now? Was that game 5 or 6? I don't even know. Back at it. I'm just going to quick sim this game, and we lose. Oh my God, the Lakers fucking lost. Did they blow a 3-1 lead? Did they blow a 3-1 lead? Trae Young, 36 points. Trae Young wins Finals MVP in Game 7. Did we really blow a 3-1 lead? We did. There's scenario number 1. You're going to dominate all season, and you're going to blow a 3-1 lead to the team that drafted you, your home city. So if you're the Lakers, don't do that. Don't get Trae Young because the storylines are going to go crazy. ESPN's going to have a field day. How is this going to affect LeBron's legacy? Trae Young's going to win Finals MVP. And let's go on to scenario number 2. I also do think that if we quick simmed every single game in the last series, we probably would have won, honestly, because I don't think the CPU really knows what the fuck to do when it's crunch time. I mean, LeBron James did shoot the 3 and miss, so he had a chance, but never mind that. Don't you worry, because the team that ended up beating us in the last scenario is exactly who we're targeting. We are targeting a disgruntled guard. Cleveland was knocked out by the Knicks in the first round, and if we know anything, Donovan Mitchell is not okay with complacency, and that is why we are going to steal Donovan Mitchell from the Cavaliers. We're going full Gru mode, and we are going to make some sort of blockbuster trade. And in this scenario, we're offering the same package, Rui Hachimura, D'Angelo Russell for Donovan Mitchell, and then Dean Wade for the sake of players. But this scenario is just only happening under the idea that Donovan Mitchell actually requests a trade because he's just disgruntled. He's a disgruntled vet, and we've got 3 5-star players overall. Whether he plays the one of the 2 remains to be seen. He showed a lot of really good playmaking when Darius Garland was out. Maybe we have this big 3 mindset, and we could potentially bring somebody back to their homelands in DeMar DeRozan. It currently has a 2-year, $21 million offer from the Bulls. If we offer the same amount for maybe 1 extra mil and then give him a player option, can we incentivize him to come to LA? We will offer Isaiah Hartenstein a contract, and we bring Alex Caruso back as well. So we not only get DeMar DeRozan, we bring Alex Caruso back to LA. He's not from LA, but he was here at one point in time. So now this team is like really star-studded. This is probably just as unrealistic as the other situation. All right, so we are going to be running a little bit more of our starters than our bench, and we kind of have a little bit of a less deep bench, but it's going to be a 9-man rotation instead of 10. Donovan Mitchell playing the point, Austin Reeves, DeMar DeRozan, LeBron James, AD, Alex Caruso comes in, Isaiah Hartenstein playing backup, big minutes for us, Jared Vanderbilt holding on, and we're still developing Jalen Hood-Schifino. So we have a better overall offense and defensive projection. But last year, we were the number 1 team at the trade deadline, so it doesn't get any better than that. And we currently are 34 and 24 at this point. We only have 1 all-star selection. That's LeBron James, so clearly not nearly as good as we were last year. But Donovan Mitchell is injured. That's probably part of the reason why. He has a broken hand. Hopefully, we can get a better spot than where we're currently sitting. Injuries did kind of screw us over ever so slightly. But if we can finish with high 40s and avoid the play-in, that'd be sweet, as we finish 48 and 34. So not really much more than you can ask. We were the 7th team overall, avoided the play-in altogether. Favre's offensive projection was 126, which is exactly where we were last year. DeMar DeRozan, 18 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Donovan Mitchell, despite the injury to his hand, did have a 50-point game at one point. 10th overall player in the NBA with 28, 5, and 9. So the playmaking is on point. All-star LeBron James, 24, 6, and 7. And then Anthony Davis, 20, 10, and 3.5. I think starting and then Alex Caruso, pretty good too. I think Anthony Davis starting at the power forward spot was an absolute cheat code for us. But you know what? We're back and healthy now, so that's all that really matters. On to round 1. And the first game is a win. Second game is a win by 1 point in LA. Third game's a win. Can we get the sweep, get our guys rested? We got some old players, 4 games in the books. We go ahead and sweep the Pelicans. Pelicans probably going to blow it up now at this point. We get a lot of rest for our starters. And now we take on the Rockets. So another bad beat for them as we lose game 1. I was not expecting that. We lost in overtime. Now we're back to tying it up, win by 30 points. Game 3 is a win and game 4 is a win as we have a couple nagging injuries, but we are hopefully going to finish us off. Nope. I was going to say we hopefully finish us off in 5, and we don't. Please don't let it go any longer. It doesn't. Game 6 in the books, and we go ahead and move on to the Western Conference Finals again. Taking on the Memphis Grizzlies here. They are a really good team again. They signed Andre Drummond, so the same exact situation. Our team is fully healthy now. We're bumping up the minutes in the playoffs for all of our players that are starting at least. It doesn't really help our overall projection for offense and defense, but I don't care. We had good luck last year because John Morant was injured for the first few games. As we win game 1 in Memphis, we don't have the same luxury of having home court advantage. Game 2 is another win by 2 points. More nagging injuries for this team. Don't let injuries be the reason we can't close it out as we are up 3-0. Don't be the first team to lose a 3-0. Oh, there's one. Close it out. There we go. Gentlemen's sweep. And hopefully this other series out east goes 7 games, as it is going to go 7. So we're going to hopefully rest up. And we take on Orlando, 2 4 seeds. Cole Anthony, Russell Westbrook, Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero, and Nick Claxton. Jonathan Isaac's out for 2 games. We should absolutely dominate this team. Game 1 is a win. What are we doing, guys? It's Orlando. It's Orlando. No disrespect to Orlando, but come on. I mean, we're the Lakers. We are star-studded. 3-2 lead. Can we close it out? Can we make it happen in game number 6 in Orlando? It's going to be a win. The Lakers are your 2025 NBA champions. Let's go. Anthony Davis, Finals MVP, and we move on in 6 games. So that is a successful rebuild overall. I do have one more attempt, even though, again, I feel like if we quick simmed, that we probably shouldn't have blown that 3-1 lead. It would have been maybe successful. Donovan Mitchell is a success, so that is 1 for 2. But I have one more attempt that is probably the most realistic of all of them, but it's not as flashy. We've already traded for 1 star guard, and we're trading for the other one. This time, DeJounte Murray. We're giving up our first-round pick in this year's draft, D'Angelo Russell, and then a draft pick in 3 years. So we're still able to keep some flexibility for the future, but not a whole lot. And DeJounte Murray does have a decent-sized contract. D'Angelo Russell is only on 1 year left. But it's really about those first-round picks because, to be honest with you, DeJounte Murray has lost a little bit of his steam, a little bit of value overall. We do keep Rui Hachimura, which is actually really big for us because he is somebody that was kind of a playoff riser against the Nuggets last year. This year, not so much, but we are going to make an offer on Andre Drummond. He doesn't have any offers so far, so we're going to see if we can snag him. DeAnthony Melton, a 2-year contract worth $12 million. Maybe Cam Reddish, but he probably is going to want too much money. I can also see them bringing back Max Christie, but I don't have enough cap room for it. And we're bringing in some solid grizzled vets. And there is one last trade that I could see happening for this team. We're going to advance to the end of free agency and see if we can make it happen. While this bench is solid with DeAndre Drummond and DeAnthony Melton, it's not that good. And there's one more trade that I think we can make that is for a star that is clearly not happy and his value is diminishing day over day. It's going to be Jared Vanderbilt, Gabe Vincent, and 2 first-round picks for Zach LaVine. That is the trade we are making. Zach LaVine will probably start, be slotted in the starting spot for us, probably at the 3. All right, we've got a 70-30 split. DeJounte Murray at the 1, Austin Reeves at the 2, Zach LaVine, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis. Rui Hachimura as our 6th man, Andre Drummond as our backup center, DeAnthony Melton, and Jalen Hood-Schifino. A 9-man rotation. This, I think, is the most well-rounded version of the Lakers, and I don't think any of these moves are too ridiculous. Whether they work in real life remains to be seen. I mean, I like the starting lineup overall, assuming health. There is injuries in this game, so maybe there's a chance that they all just get injured. But I like the way that starting five looks. I like the way it sounds. It's probably better on paper than it is in practicality, but this is something that I could definitely see happening, at least one of those moves. And both of those moves were rumored at the trade deadline, as we are 33-24. We have 2 players selected to All-Star games, that is LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And we've got a lot of good depth. I like the starting 9 for this team, probably more than just about any other team, as we finish with 47 wins. We avoid the play-in again, so this team definitely better than what we brought out last year. As we take on Minnesota in round 1, and we have home field advantage. We are the 4th seed. We take care of business in game 1 and game 2. Lakers are up by 1 point in game 5, and it's 3-2, and we are going to a game number 7. Los Angeles Lakers are eliminated in the first round. So I guess the moral of the story is if you don't have a superstar, it's not going to happen. If it were up to me, genuinely, if you want my true, honest take, I think that the Lakers should literally blow it up. I think they should just beg LeBron James to sign a 1-and-1, trade him somewhere he wants, that way they can get any value for him at all. If he was smart, he wouldn't do that. He would just sign wherever he wants, because everybody would want him. But if he has any care or compassion in his heart, he'd sign a 1-and-1, he'd get traded somewhere, and then I'd sell off Anthony Davis and say, yep, this team, it's not happening. The West is getting better and better. You have the Nuggets, you have the Timberwolves, the Thunder are only going to get better, and the Mavericks, they got to get it done eventually. So if you're the Lakers, you're at best the 5th best team, and unless you make a superstar trade and you go all in for something that probably won't really happen, you're fucked. And so I would just sell everybody off. But that's not how we're doing this video. Maybe in a 10-year rebuild, I will do that for the Lakers. But this is the off-season 1-year rebuild. And I would say we're pretty successful. We were 1 game within it with Trae Young, but we did get a championship with Donovan Mitchell. And I think that is what we should be remembering from this video. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like, join the Discord so you can chat with me and get these rosters. And I will see you in the next video. Take it easy.